Hey guys! Welcome to the second live taping of The Mike and Gene Show.
Gene, I've been doing some thinking.
You have?
Yeah. Like, if we're gonna become like a real show, we need an awesome theme song.
An awesome theme song? What did you have in mind?
Now this is a story all about how the Mike and Gene Show something.
Oh, how about The Lion King?
Mike and Gene Show! Mike and Gene!
Mike and Gene Show!
How about something like Mission Impossible? Mike and Gene Show, Mike and Gene Show. Mike and Gene! Mike and Gene! Mike and Gene! Show.
How about a slower song, like Josh Groban? Mike and Gene Show! Mike and Gene Show! The Mike and Gene Show! Mike and Gene Show!
Maybe we don't need like a song.
What do you mean?
Mike and Gene. Mike and Gene.
Wait, Mike, what are we doing? We're not trying to be like everybody else. We don't need to be like every other show. We should focus on the things we know how to do well.
Oh yeah. Let's go! So, what do we do now?
We play some background music and say, Take it away, guys.
Alright! Live from the living room of the Sohn home, it's the Mike and Gene Show!
Our next guest is, you know him as Uncle Steve, who is from Maryland. So, he's got 4 kids, Sienna, Carter, Penny, and Emmanuel. So let's give it up for Uncle Steve!
For anyone that, after we edit this film, if you're just listening to it, you're going to have a hard time because me and Steve sound the exact same, so you won't know who's talking. But if you're on video...
talking.
Steve, thanks for being here, man.
I'm very, I feel very privileged to be here. I'm thankful that you guys are taping this on the week that my family were in town, so we're excited. We're all here. The baby's sleeping, but everyone else is fully in gear, so thanks for having us.
Cool. So, Steve, tell us about your 2013. What were some highlights for you?
It's been a very trying year. A lot of traveling, a lot of working at night. So, big shout out to my wife, Hemi, because, because she took care of the kids. She held down the fort, and, that's... fellas, when you think about what kind of wife you're looking for, you want somebody that can hold down the fort, that can take care of the family, somebody that's going to love you. So those are the qualities you want to look at. It's a huge help.
Cool.
Yeah.
You were telling me earlier that you wanted to share a couple words.
I did. I definitely. I look forward to this, or I look forward to an opportunity to share something with you guys. Ever since I visited this house, I don't know if you guys know, Mike, he's my younger, taller brother, right? I was always the more responsible one at home, and he's the younger brother. He got away with everything. He didn't have to listen to mom and dad, and he would get away with it. And if I didn't listen, I get amendment. So it wasn't fair. But and also in school, I was so disciplined. He was not disciplined. He wouldn't focus. He played sports, and he didn't really care about grades. At church, I participated in the worship team. Just participated in the youth group leadership. He didn't really care. So, yeah,
This is going somewhere good. I think.
it's all true.
Okay.
Yeah. So then I'm getting a job. I get married. He's taking jobs that take him to India for a couple months, Romania. I mean, he's everywhere. My parents don't know where he is. He's investing. He's buying foreign properties. I mean, we're just like, Mike, what are you doing? With your life? And he doesn't even know what he's doing, you know. So I think, is this true? One of the reasons we had Sienna one year, and one of the reasons where you felt like you're missing out.
Yeah, once I saw Sienna, I held her. I was like, I can't be this uncle that shows up like every couple of years and just sees a child. So I wanted to be there around.
Right. Yeah. So Sienna, where is she?
She's right there.
Sienna, go give Uncle Mike a hug.
Thank you, Sienna.
So Sienna essentially brought Mike here, and then because Mike came here to Georgia with my parents, he went to church, and then because he went to church, he met two people. He met Gene, and he met Jesus, and Jesus turned his life around. And so now we come to today where Mike and Gene are just, I mean, this is amazing. I don't know if you guys know how amazing this is, but when I grew up in high school, college, I didn't have a house I can go to anytime. Ping pong table, darts, all the friends, food. I didn't have that. We didn't have that, right? We got to figure it out. I don't know many people that could say they had this, right? And so, I mean, think about what you have. You have a fun environment, safe, godly, encouraging, uplifting, equipping. This is, I mean, this is rare. This is special. And, you know, what they're doing here, this is not what, the reason I told you about this is because this is not what Mike does. You know, I mean, this is not how he was made, but God changed him. And Gene, they're making a concerted effort to pour into you guys, right? And if you want to think about it, it's kind of like, just picture water flowing from a source, okay? So that water is flowing right now. It's pouring in, right? And so, you know, if water flows through an area, then it's like a stream, right? Water's going through, it's a stream. And the Bible talks in Psalms, it talks about, you know, if you're in the Word, it's like he's like a tree planted by streams of water that yield its fruit in season, and its leaf does not wither. So if things are flowing through, then and it's a stream, then things start growing around it, right? But if the water stops and it gets stale and it gets stagnant, what does it become? It becomes like a swamp, right? And it gets all nasty. It's mosquitoes, right? And just weeds,
Bugs.
right?
Bugs.
Yeah. Right. So you have two pictures. There's a stream and a swamp, and so, you know, I had this concern because we've been coming every year, and I've seen Mike and Gene pour out, and I don't know all of you guys. I know a couple of you guys. I know Casey, James, Glenn, Gus, Kevin. Who else do I know?
Peter.
Peter. Three Bullseye Peter. And my concern was, man, these guys are being blessed, right? But I never got to see what happened on the flip side. They just keep getting poured into. Anytime I see them here, they're having a blast, and I just question, hey, are they pouring out? You know, are they a stream or a swamp? And then Henry and I, we go to the retreat, and we just talked about this a lot. We're just so encouraged because we saw them each pouring out into you guys. You know, each of them. I mean, prayer team, counselors. It was awesome, you know. And so these guys are streams, you know, and many of you guys here are streams, you know. So yet another thing that's special that's happening right here. So I just, you know, I think just as we're talking about goal setting, you know, I think there's a question we have to ask ourselves as you receive, right? To whom much is given, much is also required. Like as you are receiving this, as you're here tonight, you know, are you going to be a stream or a swamp? You know, and let's let that influence our goals, right? So when we think about that wheel, do we just work out so we can look good? You know, do we just get financially? Do we just make $1 million so we can feel good about that, or is that for a purpose? Is that to pour out and to let God's will work through us? So that's really what I've had it on my heart just as I see you guys, and we're so happy to be here, and what's happening is so special. But you know, when I saw at the retreat just that it's flowing, you know, it was just I just want to say thank you guys for letting us be a part of it. For you younger people, just realize how special this is, and figure out in your own lives how do you let that flow through. You know, who is it? Is it somebody younger in the church? Is it your younger brother or sister? Is it somehow in the community? Is it your parents? But we want to be streams. So
Thanks, Uncle
Yeah.
Stream. Thanks for being here, Steve. We appreciate it.
yeah.
Okay, give it up for Uncle Steve.